Good morning, students, and welcome to another online physical science classroom of St. Michael's Academy. Today, I am going to discuss about electrolysis. In your book, there is a chapter called water. So, electrolysis is a part of that chapter. So, today I am going to discuss with that electrolysis definition, the different parts of electrolysis, the requirement, what type of current is needed for electrolysis. Those things are going to be discussed in this slide. So let's start the class. First, what is electrolysis? So you can see electrolysis is defined as a process of decomposing ionic compounds into their elements by passing a direct electric current through the compound in a fluid form. The cations are reduced at cathode and anions are oxidized at the anode. That means basically in the process of electrolysis, a particular compound is ionized. That means suppose NaCl. NaCl or sodium chloride is a molecule, but after or at the time of electrolysis, it will be dissolved into Na plus and Cl minus. Na plus and Cl minus. Na plus is a cation because it contains positive sign, and Cl minus is an anion because it contains minus sign. Hope so you have understood what are cations and anions. Both are ions. One is cation and another one is anion. Cation is positive and anion is negative. In case of NaCl, Na plus, that means sodium ion, and Cl minus, that means chloride ions. Now, always remember at the time of electrolysis, cation goes to cathode and anion goes to anode. You just see that diagram first. You will understand better. First of all, I am talking about this container which has been taken for the process of electrolysis. This container is called voltmeter. This container is called voltmeter. You can see here it has been written, voltmeter is the apparatus in which electrolysis of an electrolyte is done, is known as voltmeter. So this container is called voltmeter. The second one that you can see, these are gray colored things, two things. These two things are called electrodes. These two things are called electrodes. One is positive and another one is negative. Okay? But always remember, cation is positive. See the signs, cation is positive. Cation goes to cathode. That means cathode will be negative. You can see. And anion is negative. So anion goes to anode. That means anode will be positive. That means that particular electrode carries the opposite sign of the ions that they are received. Cation is positive. One more time I am saying cation is positive. Cation goes to cathode. That's why cathode is negative. Anion is negative. Anion goes to anode. That's why anode is positive. One more thing, you can see why cathode is negative and why anode is positive. That means why they are opposite to the ions, opposite charge of the ions. That I will discuss later when I will discuss the process of electrolysis. Okay. Now you see the another thing, that is electrolyte. You can see over here an electrolyte is a substance that produces an electrically conducting solution when dissolved in a polar solvent such as water Always remember, H2O or water is called a polar solvent. The dissolved electrolyte separates into cations and anions, which disperse uniformly through the solvent. Here solvent means water. Pure water is a non-electrolyte, but acidified water is an electrolyte. This sentence is very, very important. Pure water doesn't conduct electricity, but if we'll add some acid to the water, that acidified water is an proper electrolyte. Always remember. Now NaCl or sodium chloride, NaOH or sodium hydroxide, H2SO4 or sulfuric acid, etc. are electrolytes. That means they dissolve into ions. About NaCl already I have told, Na plus and Cl minus. So NaOH will be dissolved into Na plus and OH minus. That means sodium ion as cation and hydroxyl ion as anion. And H2SO4 or sulfuric acid also will be dissolved into H plus and SO4 2 minus. So H plus hydrogen ion and SO4 2 minus is sulfate ion as anion and hydrogen ion as cation. Now whereas sugar, urea, etc. are non-electrolytes because they couldn't dissolve into ions. As because their aqueous solutions do not conduct electricity and there occurs no chemical change at the electrodes. So here we have discussed about the definition of electrolysis, about the voltmeter, electrolyte, the examples of electrolyte and the examples of non-electrolytes and why they are called electrolyte and why the other like sugar, urea, etc. are called non-electrolyte. One more thing, as I always told you, that whenever you are reading chemistry, please try to remember the formula. So formula of sugar is C6H12O6. One more time I am saying C6H12O6, that means glucose. And formula of urea is CONH2 whole 2. Hope so you have understood the total process, because here you can see the electrolyte, the cation, anion. Now the definition of electrodes. An electrode is a solid electric conductor that carries electric current into non-metallic solids or liquids or gases or plasmas or vacuums. Electrodes are typically good electric conductors, but they need not be metals. Cathode and anode. The two types of electrodes are cathode and anode. One of the two electrodes connected to the negative end of the battery is called cathode and the other connected to the positive ends called anode. Cathode attracts positively charged cations and anode attracts negatively charged anions. Hope so you have understood. One thing I just want to mention, but they need not be metals. That means it's not mandatory that electrodes are always made up of metals only. They can made up of graphite also, copper also, platinum also at the same time. So it's like that. These are the generally the main types of electrodes. And as I told just now, cation goes to cathodes. Cation is positive, so cathode is negative. That's why they have told that negative end of the battery. Cathode connects with the negative end of the battery and anode just opposite, that is positive, because anions are negative, so anode will be positive. That means anode connects with the positive ends of the battery. Hope so you have understood what I actually want to tell you in this slide. Rest of the thing, if you have any problem, you just jot it down and ask me in my live class. So thank you students and have a nice day.